Alright, so my eyebrows are already done and I also primed my eyes. I used the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I also used some of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer just to cancel out any redness. So for the first shade, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tartelette palette by Tarte. I'm going to reach in the color Force of Nature. I'm going to use that on my crease using the Morphe M505 brush. So using another fluffy brush, the Morphe M521 brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out that shade even more. I didn't put any extra product on this brush. So in with my next color, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Coastal Scents palette that I built myself. I'm gonna use this shade right here, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M521 brush, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put it, dab it on one side of my brush. I'm not gonna put it all over. And just by putting it on that one side of my brush, it's gonna give me a bit more control. And just going back in with that 505 brush just to blend out the eyeshadows even more. So for my next color, I'm going to use another Coastal Scents eyeshadow, and this is the magenta pink color. And with a bit smaller crease brush, I'm going to go in with the MAC 217 brush. So my next color is going to be another Coastal Scents eyeshadow, and this one is in Cinnabar Rose. And I'm going to use the same brush for that MAC 217 brush. And then you just kind of want to go even lower than the eyeshadows that you laid down before. These eyeshadows are pretty affordable in general, but occasionally they will have a sale with their refills, and actually sometimes their palettes as well. And their refills are only 99 cents per eyeshadow. So I actually took advantage of that twice and bought a crap load of eyeshadows. So I am very excited to play with different type of looks that I can create with those. But I mean, like, look how pigmented those are, and they blend very nice as well. All right, so I got those colors nice and blended, and onto my next color. I'm gonna dip in with this purple right here. I don't want to go too overboard with the eyeshadow, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend it with this little teeny brush right here. This is the Morphe M562 brush, and you pretty much want to follow the part where your eyeball kind of just caves in. And to blend those two eyeshadows, I'm going to go ahead and use the MAC 217 brush. If I need to, I'm going to go back in with that magenta color, which is the Cinnabar Rose. Alright, to deepen up that crease even more, I'm going to go in with these two purple shades right next to each other. This one, compared to the one I just used, is a little bit more violet undertone. And that's going to help it define the crease without giving it, without using black, because sometimes the black can be a little bit too harsh. To fill in that lid, I'm going to go ahead and reach in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette and use that deep purple shade. But before I lay that shade down, I'm going to put a base on that. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and use the 24/7 Urban Decay liner. This one is in Voodoo. Doing one eye at a time, I'm going to go ahead and start on the bottom and work my way up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and use my concealer brush to blend that pencil out, which is the Sedona Lace EB11. And if I need to, I'm going to go back in with that pencil just to kind of brighten up that purple even more, just to bring it back to life. Okay, so I have those colors nice and blended. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to go ahead and use my Shade and Light Kat Von D palette. And I'm going to use this kind of bone shade. And the brush I'm using for that is the Morphe M508 brush. Okay, so I got that color nice and down, and we're going to move on with the bottom of my lash line. I'm going to go ahead and use my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is in Bee Sting. So I'm going to go ahead and tightline the lash line and just kind of bring the gel liner a bit down. And to set that color, I'm going to reach in with this blue right here, and also again with that Morphe M508 brush. So to blend that eyeshadow out, I'm going to use just a transition color, and that color is going to be, I believe, Latest in the Shade and Light eyeshadow palette. And for that brush, I'm just going to go ahead and use this Real Techniques brush. This is the base eyeshadow brush. Going in with this orange shade right here and a pencil brush by Morphe, which is the M431 brush. I'm going to go ahead and be a bit extra and just put it on the bottom, just for more color. Moving on with my eyeliner and mascara. For mascara, I'm going to go ahead and use my Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. Lashes are going to be Eye Full Lash in number 605. And for liner, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris Super Slim Liner. And this one is in black. Okay, so I'm back and I did my mascara, my lashes, and I did also put some eyeshadow in my inner corner. For that, I used my Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. And to move on with my face. Okay, so before I did use the Smashbox Primer Oil just to kind of hydrate my face a bit because it was a little bit dry. And to cover up my pores, I'm going to go ahead and use my Makeup Forever Step 1 Primer. And for foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use my Tarte. This is the, I believe, the Hyper Gel Foundation. I'm in light medium sand. This one's a little bit too light for my skin tone, but with my contour, I can just kind of help bring back that color. I'm going to be using my Morphe MB4 brush. Using more of that foundation, I'm just kind of giving a bit more extra coverage in certain areas. Okay, so for my concealer, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is a light neutral. I'm going to use these BH Cosmetic liquid glitter liners. So to start that out, I'm going to just pretty much follow the crease of my eye, but I'm going to go a little bit more up just so when I blink it doesn't crease and you could still see that accent. Okay, so I use that lighter shade first and then going in with that orange glitter after. Alright, you've got that glitter on. And to set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Shade and Light contour palette by Kat Von D. I'm going to be using my Sedona Lace FB05 brush to set my under eyes down. Alright, moving on to bronze slash contour. I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. Cream bronzer. This one's a cream bronzer and a blush duo. I actually really love the formula of this bronzer. Like, it's so nice. Almost kind of comes off dry when you blend it out, but it blends so nice. Going back in with that Shade and Light palette and reaching in with this middle shade to set that. And I'm also going to lightly dab the first shade on. And using my foundation brush, I'm just going to go ahead and use that to kind of just clean up some areas and to kind of just carve out that contour as well. So I have my contour on, and to set the rest of my face, just using my Dermablend setting powder and just a nice big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M401 brush. Okay, my blush is next, so I'm going to go ahead and use this Sephora palette. This is the blush palette. Actually, I'm going to mix in these two shades right here. And for that, I'm using my Morphe M37 brush. Alright, moving on to what keeps me healthy throughout the day, which is my highlighter. I'm going to actually reach in with my Sephora Luminizing palette compared to the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero, they are pretty similar in color. Like they're pretty much a dupe for the palette. So I believe like this one is like 40 some dollars, but for this is like $28, I believe, $20 to $30, and same colors, but the difference between this one is it's a lot more smoother and buttery. I know a lot of people don't like the Nicole Guerrero one because they say it's too chunky. I don't have a problem with it. I do love both palettes, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and spritz my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I pretty much set my face right before I put my highlighter on. That way, when I set that highlighter, it's actually gonna glow even more. I'm just using a fan brush, my Morphe. This is the M30 or M310 brush. It doesn't give it that cast shadow as well. That's what I love about this palette right here. And just put that on my nose and my Cupid's bow. I do also put it on the sides of my foreheads, but I just do that last because I don't want to overpower it. Like I don't overpower it enough, but to kind of give some of that color back to my face. The last thing is our lips. For lips, gonna keep it kind of neutral. I'm gonna dip in with this Kat Von D. This is the Ludwig liquid lipstick, and I'm actually gonna be putting this Sephora. I know it was like an 80s like kit thing that they did recently, but I'm gonna put that on top just to kind of give it a bit glow to it. Before that, I'm gonna go in with this Santi Plus. This is like a this is a lip liner and fuchsia, and I'm just gonna use that to help blend that out. Going back over that liquid lipstick, and that final touch with that Sephora lip gloss. I'm just putting it in the middle of my lips. And that's it, and the look is complete. I hope you guys enjoy this look. Very fun, a nice pop of glitter, Instagram feel type look. Please leave your thoughts below and let me know what you guys love to see from me. I will be doing some Halloween tutorials soon, so just keep that in mind. If you enjoy me, my personality, and want to see more of my videos, just please like and subscribe, and I would appreciate that. You guys don't like the like it, that's okay. If you love it, even better. I'm just joking. No. I'll see y'all later.